Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the third day of the Maths Meets Arts online festival. I'm Chloe, and I will be your host for this lunchtime event. Today is the day where we are focusing on the intersection between maths and dance. However, for this lunchtime event, we will be watching a mini documentary film that follows the first stage of this project, starting almost a year ago. Aim of this project was initially to communicate to a wider audience research done on minimal surface theory by Dr. Katrin Leszke and an international network of scientists that was supported by the University of Leicester, Wellcome Trust, Leverhulme Trust. And that in that first part of the project, 3 artists were invited to work with a mathematician and attempt this coming together of disciplines. So with this film, we will be watching how this came about. There's a small section giving a bit of context around the maths, and also each artist introducing how they worked, how they approached the subject matter, and what the result was. So I hope you enjoy the film. We will be back in 5 minutes' time, right after the stream.
I really enjoyed the fact that it was a realm that I'd not really investigated before, and it was a whole new way of thinking and speaking and learning.
How similar we were as mathematicians and artists, and at the same time how different. For me, the most challenging was really to find descriptions which were understandable to artists.
The breaking down of so many assumptions that I had on what mathematics is, on how artists think, how scientists think.
To know when to break off from the maths, actually, to sort of try and get to a point where I feel like I've got enough understanding now I can respond to that.
We're talking about minimal surfaces, that is surfaces which have constant mean curvature 0. So they look like soap film. And the question is about how many ends such a minimal surface can have.
For example, a catenoid end.
They extend out to infinity.
The ends are either looking like catenoids or looking like planes. The question is in relation to how many holes does the surface have. The conjecture is the number of ends depends on the number of holes.
The mathematicians are trying to speculate really what those shapes might be.
Are there any minimal surfaces which have G holes and more than G plus 2 ends?
So what I tried to do was kind of cover all bases in terms of a basic introduction to minimal surfaces, but particularly focusing on the infinite aspect of them. Creating what was originally going to be a sonic response to the minimal surfaces, but then actually really turned into a film that was discussing minimal surfaces with a sonic accompaniment.
I created sounds of surface. I took the file of the Costa surface and I added thickness in a 3D modelling program so we could actually print the shape on a 3D printer. With that Costa surface, 3D printed in real life, worked with a digital artist, and we used proximity sensors to gather the data and distances as we kind of scanned the shape, if you will. And those distances could then inform elements of the music. So the idea was that you would be able to listen to a 3D shape in a space.
So the idea behind this work was to use the body as brain, and to find a way to embody these really abstract mathematical concepts, which I think is quite familiar to dance in a way. So we were not interested in representing, but actually in experiencing and in thinking about the maths in a different way. I created a series of propositions or directions for improvisation. So audience members would be able to choose which cards they would like to see performed and also the duration of each performance. In that way, sort of a timeline was created, a storyboard. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the film. We will be sharing a link as well, so you can access the film at your own time on YouTube. A lot of these artists you might have seen before if you've been following the festival these days. That was Lee, a musician, Jenny, a multidisciplinary artist, and myself as well on movement and dance. A lot of these works are still in development. So tonight's event has to do with that. We are sharing an open rehearsal with you this evening of Countless Deformations, the last work you saw in the video. So please join us this evening to interact and give us ideas and comments and share your thoughts on how this work can develop further. Also, do not forget to share your feedback. You can go online on our website, which you can find a link to on Twitch, also on our Facebook event page. You must go on feedback tab and leave us your thoughts there. And I'm repeating that the next event is an open rehearsal of Countless Deformations with myself, Lee Allison on sound, Valentino Di Donato, digital artist, 7:30 UK time. And we hope to see you there. Thank you very much.